calling together all amateur radio operators. This is the weekly net of the M17 Project. I'm Ed, November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta, and I will be your net control station today. This net meets weekly on Fridays at 1700 hours at UTC by means of the M17 Charlie Reflector. The purpose of this net is to relay and share information in regards to the M17 Project. M17 is a new digital radio protocol in development as an alternative to those currently available with freedom in mind. Freedom in the code, protocol, voice codecs, and hardware. The goal is to provide a better option for digital radios in the future. We encourage all amateur radio operators to check into this net. We will take check-ins followed by an informal roundtable to discuss all things M17 related. When checking into this net, please remember to pause approximately 2 seconds before starting your transmission. And try and keep your transmissions under 3 minutes to prevent timeouts across the system. I will now stand by for check-ins. Please give me your call using proper ITU phonetics, followed by your name and location, and if you have any information for the net. Now standing by.
Hi guys, this is Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa, Wojciech from Warsaw, and I might have some traffic for today. And I'm using Droidstar, as usual, back to net.
This is Kilo Charlie 1, Alpha Whiskey Victor, KC1AWV, Steve, located in Newmarket, New Hampshire, and I'm coming in through Allstar today. Let's see. I don't think I have anything for the net specifically today, so I'll just listen in and then make comments after, like I normally do. Back to net.
This is Golf Whiskey 8, Sierra Zulu Lima. Dave in Newport in South Wales in the United Kingdom, coming for Allstar today. Listening with interest and no traffic for the net.
This is Maitland, Alpha 4, Hotel Sierra, in Alexandria, Virginia, in via Droidstar, and I have no traffic for the net.
Okay, guys, let's hold it up there. Net Control wishes to recognize our early check-in, Constantine, from Toronto. That's Victor Echo 3, Victor Zulu. SP5 WWP with traffic. KC1AWV Steve in New Hampshire. GW8 Sierra Zulu Lima Dave in South Wales. Thank you for joining us again this week. Maitland in Virginia. Alpha 4 Hotel Sierra. Do we have anybody else wishing to check in to this weekly meeting of the M17 Project Net? Please call now. Okay, guys, hearing nothing, let's go to the top of the list. Wojciech, Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa, from Poland. Congratulations on winning the 2021 ARRL Technical Award. Your work is being recognized all across the world, and I'm proud to be a member of your team, Wojciech. Over to you.
Thanks, Ed. Thanks, guys. Well, basically, this was almost all that I wanted to mention, that we have won the prize, the award, and I'm really happy that I can announce that. So let's just see what happens next, because I'm pretty sure that after we've got that word, maybe ICOM or Kenwood is going to notice that M17 is not just some protocol designed by Hans and it's not popular, but we are really getting some traction and some more hype, even more hype than we already have. So let's hope for the best. And I've got some traffic from OpenRTX team. I've been testing their newest, the most recent firmware for the QIT MD380, and I've got some great news, because it looks like I was able to transmit my voice using MD380 with a simple modification that is not yet listed on their website. It's not even listed, and it's not even correctly it's not described, because there is some change to do. They've got an old modification on their website, so they have to update it. So after the update, it's just a small correction, but it looks like it really works, and the audio quality is really good. It's really above acceptable. I would say it's good, using just a simple resistor modification for the MD380. So that was great. And by the way, just at the moment I'm testing the MD380's RF output with my VNA, so it looks really good. And I think that's it. So thanks again, guys. It was really, really a pleasure to get that information that I really won that prize. So thanks again, guys, and back to Net.
All right, there, Wojciech. I'm sorry I didn't mean to take away your thunder there, but very proud to say that you are one of the winners of the 2021 ARRL Technical Award. So looking forward to see what the future brings here for the M17 project. Very good on the traffic in regards to the OpenRTX team. Those guys have been working very hard with some custom firmware and some hardware modifications for the TYT, UV, and MD380 series of radios in order to have M17 protocol functioning on it. So if you're not familiar with the OpenRTX guys, please check out their website at openrtx.org, openrtx.org. Once again, this is November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta, your net control station for this week's session of the M17 Project Net. Do we have any other late check-ins or anybody with any questions or comments? Please call Net Control now.
Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey Juliet.
Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey Juliet. Can you please come back with your name and location for me?
Sure. Name is Chris, Charlie Hotel Romeo India Sierra, and I'm in Ancaster, Ontario, Canada. That's just west of Hamilton, Ontario, which is west of Toronto.
Very good, Chris. Thank you for joining us. Net Control wishes to recognize Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey Juliet, and that's Chris from Ontario, Canada. Once again, welcome. I think this is your first check-in here. Anybody else wishing to check in, please call Net Control now.
Zulu 5 Box Whiskey, 4 Zulu 5 Box Whiskey order.
Was that 4 Zulu 5 Fox Whiskey QSL?
Keep in mind, my name is Igor. Igor India Golf Oscar Romeo. Location Skype. Skype Igor. Roger.
Hi, Igor. Welcome. I think you are our first check-in from Israel. Net Control wishes to recognize 4 Zulu 5 Fox Whiskey, and that's Igor from Israel. Welcome. Anybody else wishing to check in?
Thank you very much. It's temperature plus 25. Have a good night, idiot. Bye-bye.
Okay, before we go down to Steve, KC1AWV, is there anybody else with any questions or comments or further check-ins? Please hold Net Control now.
Kilo Echo Zero, Indigo Foxtrot Uniform, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Checking in, no traffic.
Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey, Juliet. When I checked in, I forgot to say I have a very basic question.
Hey, Chris, we recognize you with your question. I'll get back to you in a second. Kilo Echo Zero, Echo Foxtrot Union. I'm sorry, can you please come back with your name and location once more?
Kilo Echo Zero, Indigo Foxtrot Uniform, Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Corrected. Thank you. What was the first name, please?
Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon, for checking in with us today. Let's go over to Chris up in outside of Ontario there. Victor Echo 3, Romeo Whiskey, Juliet. With your question.
Thank you. I'm brand new to all this, just checking out the website and kind of, getting my feet wet. Love the idea of open protocols and firmware and so on. I'm an audio guy in my day job, so my question is simply, does M17 sound the same as or better than Fusion Voice Wide or P25? Because those are the two that to me sound less, the least robotic. So I'm wondering if someone could comment about the audio quality of M17 as relative to some of the other modes that are out there.
Okay, Chris, first of all, I'd like to say welcome once again, and our website that you already checked out, M17Project.org. Plenty of information there, as well as a link to our Discord server where you can learn a lot more about the project and the ins and outs of it. So, your question, does M17 sound better or worse than what you feel P25 or Yaesu Fusion has to offer? So let's throw it over to Steve, KC1AWV. What are your thoughts on that, Steve? And I'm sure you're going to answer me impartially.
Thank you, Ed. This is KC1AWV, and I'm on the handy-talkie, the Motorola one that's got the 60-second timeout, so I'm going to hopefully answer this question relatively quickly. So as far as M17 sounding any better, I mean, that's going to be subjective. When I'm listening to M17 transcoded from codec 2 back to PCM audio, it sounds perfect. Everybody that comes in through either DroidStar or M-Voice or DeepStar, they sound absolutely flawless when you transcode it back to PCM. The problem that we run into is that not all radios are created equal. So there's a lot of, as you know, being an audio guy, there's going to be a lot of stuff. Oh, I guess I didn't do 60 seconds. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of filtering and other things done to the audio at the end unit. And codec 2, when you have a really good set of speakers, sounds great. M17 is just the protocol, but codec 2 is the voice codec. You can use like FreeDV or anything else that uses codec 2 as a codec to kind of give you that comparison. So I'm biased. I'm going to say that M17 does sound better. But then again, it all is based on the equipment that's going to be reproducing the audio. The codec is great. We can get some really good high bitrate audio over RF. And, again, subjectively, you're going to find that, your experiences may vary, but as far as I'm concerned, yeah, it sounds a significantly lot better.
Okay, thank you very much for that information, and I'll look up Codec 2 and some of those apps, and thanks. Glad to be part of this net and learning about this stuff. Back to net control, V3RWJ.
Okay, Steve, thank you for your answer. Chris, thanks for the question. Welcome. We meet here every Friday afternoon, 1300 hours Eastern Standard Time, 1700 hours UTC. Feel free to join us and jump over to our Discord server where you'll find a lot more information being shared. This is N2XDD Net Control Station. Do we have anybody else with any questions, comments, or late check-ins? Please call now.
Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Papa. I've got some additional information for Chris.
Wojciech, over to you.
Okay, thanks, Ed. So listen, Chris, if you would like to listen to some M17 samples using Echolink 2, we've got a YouTube channel, and in fact, this net is being streamed right there, and it's recorded, so you can just give it a listen. There are about 10 nets already on our channel, so just give them a listen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wojciech. I forgot to mention our M17 YouTube channel, which is packed with weekly recordings of our nets, as well as a lot of the experiments going on from the M17 Project team members and some of the collaborators. So lots of information there. Definitely check it out if you get a chance, Chris. Anybody else with any questions or comments or late check-ins, please call Net Control.
Okay, it's Sierra Papa 5 again.
Whiskey Papa, go ahead.
That's correct. I would just like to add that, as far as I know, there is a repeater, an M17 repeater in Berlin, in Germany, running MMDVM and some probably Motorola's or MTR 2000 or anything else. I don't really know, but it uses MMDVM and it supports M17 right now as we speak. And also there is one repeater in the Netherlands. I don't know in which city, but it also uses MMDVM. And as a bonus, I can add that when you transmit M17 using MD380, a modified radio, MMDVM is able to pick up the signal and decode it flawlessly. Just as Rob's code running on a Linux PC and using an RTL SDR. So 2 options for decoding M17. So that's great. Back to Net.
Thank you very much for pointing out the repeaters in Berlin and the one in the city of Netherlands that is running the M17 protocol. Anybody else with any questions or comments, link check-ins, or anything else you'd like to talk about? Please call Net Control. This is November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta.
This is India Uniform 2, Kilo India November, operator Nicolò. Hello Ed, and hello to everybody else who is attending the net. I'd like to do a quick sneak peek, a quick demonstration of the MD380 TX support. The TX capability is still in early development, so don't expect a great audio quality. Don't judge the audio quality as it is. We still have to work on that. But I will try to make it work. I just need a few minutes because I'm arriving at home right now. I need to reconfigure the reflector, basically the M17 gateway to point on the correct reflector, but I believe I can manage to do that in under 5 minutes. So if you are patient, I can do at least 1 transmission from there. To you, Ed.
Hello there, Nico. Thank you for checking in today. That's IU2, KIN, India Uniform 2, Kilo India November. That's Nico in Italy. He's a member of the OpenRTX team that's been working so hard on their development of the M17 protocol for the MD380 and UV380 series of radios. So, yeah, we'd love to hear it. With that, we'll be standing by for you. I think you said you needed a few minutes. I'm going to throw it up to New Hampshire. That's KC1AWV. That's Steve up there. And, Steve, what do we got going on in the week of M17 for you? I know you've been doing a lot of experimenting and playing around, so please tell us what's been happening.
I think they basically just want me to vamp until they can do that demonstration. That's fine. This week, let's see, I was on vacation, so I had a bit of time that was free to do some more testing, and I've been trying to work out exactly what we can do about the mobile link to TNC and interoperability with the MMDVM. Myself and Tony down there in Australia, we're both playing around with the TNC3 and trying to get that to work properly with the MMDVM. And it seems as though that you can transmit and receive just fine between the two, but he and I are having a little bit of an issue with the cell phone part of it because the actual client is on an Android phone, and we either connect to it via USB pause. So we either connect to it via USB or through Bluetooth, and unfortunately, it seems as though that the receiving the signal is a problem, but transmitting seems to be okay once it's stable. So, what else do we have? Ed is working on a few things, getting things ready for the Nearfest in Deerfield. We're going to be there physically showing off some things, and hopefully have a working system that we can get onto the net, and that would be interesting to see. I don't know if there's anything else that I can think of, so I'll pass it back to you, Ed. KC1AWV.
Okay, Steve, thank you for the updates there. And like Steve said, we will be at the Nearfest, Hamfest up in Deerfield, Massachusetts. Deerfield, New Hampshire, the weekend of October 15th and 16th, I believe. So if you happen to be in the area, please stop by and see us. We will have a booth and a table set up with some live demonstrations, and we should be going live with the net on that Friday. So we'd love to meet anybody who's in the area or at the Hamfest. So if you're watching this on YouTube or you're just listening, please remember to stop by and say hi. Alrighty, this is N2XDD Net Control Station. Anybody else with any questions, comments, or late check-ins, please call now. Okay, I'm looking at the dashboard here, and it looks like VK4TUX was trying to transmit, but nothing was coming through. So VK4TUX, if you're there, please try your transmission one more time. Okay, nothing heard. Anybody else with any questions, comments, late check-ins, please come now. Ready, let's see if Nico's ready. IU2KIN, IU2KIN. This is N2XDD. How about it, Nico? Are you ready for us?
Yeah, Ed, I just prepared the radio, so now I'm still transmitting from my phone, but the next transmission I will be doing from the MD380. So have patience for the crappy audio quality, but it's nonetheless, I believe, a big milestone. And let's pray together the demo gods that it will work. So if you leave me a blank space, I will try to transmit with the MD380 now. Okay, I'm back on the phone. Did it work?
IU2KIN KC1AWV. We didn't hear anything on the net.
Well, bad luck. I believe I need some more debugging then. Sorry for all the hype and letting you down. I will try to sort this out. Thank you.
Okay, Nico, thank you for trying there. Like they say, back to the drawing board. I know you guys are so close, and you'll be able to get it very soon, I'm sure. Thank you for trying, and we'll be waiting. We'll be waiting. Hopefully, you'll be in by next Friday. So, Anybody else wishing to check in, or anybody with some questions or comments, please call Net Control now.
Sierra Papa 5.
Ed, this is KD5RB Alpha Delta 5 Romeo Bravo. My name is Richard, and it's just first time checking here. It's an interesting net. Hope you keep it going. Back to you, Ed. This is KD5RB.
Hi, Richard, 85RB. That's Richard in New Mexico. Thank you for joining us. I believe you are a first-time check-in. Welcome. And we're here every Friday afternoon at 1700 hours UTC time. So with that, I think Sierra Papa 5, Whiskey Whiskey Papa was trying to check in, or he had a question or a comment. Wojciech, over to you.
That's correct. Sorry. I've got a question or a comment for IU2KIN. I have completed your modification, so there is the 51K resistor already in my radio. But the problem is that the screen is flipped horizontally, and it suddenly appeared. It was okay before the mod, and I'm sure the mod didn't do anything to flip the screen. So I don't know what's going on. But the voice quality is really good, and I have tested it myself, and also my wife did it. And it really sounds okay, so I'm really happy with the quality.
Okay. I believe through Kilo Indian Ranch and the free radio with FFJ. Did you get any audio?
Hey, Nicola, I've heard you, but it's the same effect that I have encountered using my MD3AD, that there is a tweeting sound between voice, or there is complete silence in between. Back to Net Control.
Hey, Wojciech, thank you for that. And Nico, thanks for trying again. We appreciate it. Let me drop it, see if you want to switch back to your phone and come back with us, Nico. IU2KIN, standing by, and 2XDD Net Control.
IU2KIN here. Okay. I got it. Yeah, we'll work on fixing that issue. Regarding the flipped screen, in general, the OpenRTX firmware reads the so-called security bit, which are a special region of the flash of the radio, and according to the value which is shown into those bits, it determines basically whether it has to flip the screen or not. So if you could go into the radio menu, into the info screen, so press green button and then go down to info, and then send me a picture of that screen with all the information. We can sort that out, the fact that the screen is flipped. But I can assure you that it's not a fault of the modification. So thank you everybody for attending the test, and back to you, Ed.
Hi, Nico. Thanks again for your hard work on the OpenRTX project. We appreciate everything you do for the project, for the M17 project, and for the open source community as a whole. So thanks again for your work and dedication. This is November 2 X-Ray Delta Delta Net Control Station for this week's session of the M17 Project Net. Do we have anybody else with any questions, comments, or late check-ins? Please call Net Control now.
Sierra Papa 5, I've got a reply for IU2 KIN.
So Whiskey Papa, go ahead.
Okay, Nico, listen, the LCD type shows 1 as the value, and I have to compare the value of in the other radio, because I have 2 MD380s. So I'm going to check if the other one shows LCD type 1 and it's not flipped. So I suppose, so let's see. Okay. And that's correct. Both radios show LCD type 1, and one has the screen flipped, and the other one is okay.
Okay, that's definitely weird, and we'll debug that offline. Please, I will get in touch. We'll try to sort this out.
Okay, guys, did you guys have anything else to touch bases with each other?
Negative, sir.
Alrighty. Before we start closing this one up, do we have anybody else with any questions or comments? Okay, guys, I just have a little off-topic news. Tomorrow is the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks that happened here in New York City and in Pennsylvania and in Washington, D.C. I was a first responder that day in New York City, so it's a very special day to me. As a result, I will be operating as W2T, Whiskey 2 Tango tomorrow, special event station. It's the We Will Never Forget station. Once again, it's Whiskey 2 Tango. If you can check out our QRZ page, I'll be one of the operators tomorrow, 1400 hours UTC. So if you get a chance, please try and make contact with us. Once again, that's Whiskey 2 Tango. I'm going to drop it, and if anybody has any questions or comments before I close it out, please come now. Okay, guys, it was a good net. I want to show everybody my appreciation and thanks for those coming out. We had 10 check-ins, including myself, 11, and we had a bunch of new check-ins today. So I want to thank all those stations that checked in today for participating and supporting this net. Your help in maintaining this net is appreciated by one and all. This is Ed, November 2, X-Ray Delta Delta, and the net is now secured at 1739 hours UTC. 7-3 all.
7-3 Ed, thanks for the net.